Nicoteen Ninyo is a gifted underground artist originally from Sacramento, California. Ninyo is a great artist, and hopefully this video helps you learn a little more about him. Ninyo was born in Sacramento but moved to Los Angeles when he was in his early teens. Ninyo was an actor at the time, and the move to LA was partly to pursue this career. At first, Ninyo enjoyed acting but grew a distaste for it later on. As a kid, Ninyo said he always enjoyed listening to music. He said he was always an emotional kid but kept it internal, and music was a way for him to connect with his own emotions. Ninyo said he never felt like he had too many favorite artists growing up and rather just consumed anything he liked. He did really enjoy classic rock as a kid, and one band he remembers liking a lot was Bon Jovi. He found Luther Vandross getting into the R&B side and also really enjoyed country music. Recently, he's been a big fan of Jeff Buckley. Ninyo's father was a musician growing up, mostly playing classical piano around Ninyo. Ninyo took piano lessons as a kid but never liked it enough to stick with it. Ninyo always wanted to make music but didn't think it was possible because he didn't know how to play any instruments or what genre to create in. When Ninyo was 16 years old, his father passed away. This was a huge push for Ninyo to pursue music. He wrote lyrics to convey his emotions. He found music to be mostly a therapeutic effort to himself more than anything else. He said he posted his music with hopes to help others in similar situations and to see if anything could come of it. After finding Lil Peep when he was a senior in high school, he felt like he finally found a genre of music that represented the style of music he wanted to create. He said he liked how Peep's music was sad, but you could still feel cool listening to it. Soon after this, Ninyo said he was actually inspired by Russ. Ninyo was inspired by Russ because Russ would speak on how accessible DIY recording your own music actually is. While Ninyo was having some headshots taken, the photographer so happened to have studio space. The photographer and his brother were doing film scores for movie trailers in the studio but offered to record Ninyo. Ninyo said they were great guys and talented musicians, but their creative direction didn't align with what Ninyo wanted to do. He made 2 songs there titled Bite My Thumb and Pictures and Bad Faces. Ninyo made a few songs on his own after this but stopped after getting into a new relationship. After that relationship ended, Ninyo wanted to return to music and decided he was going to release a song a week. Ninyo was recording on Ableton on a Mac he owned. He tried producing but realized his strengths were in lyrics and vocals. After this, he upgraded his computer and switched over to FL Studio because he saw most tutorials online using that DAW. His song titled Tuck Me In was the first song he realized he was finding his own voice and style. Tuck Me In is also the first song he credits as a big part of his career. He said his friend, who's an artist known as God Hurted, was in the Bateki collective and pushed the track to Bateki. Tuck Me In was posted to Bateki shortly after. Through the Bateki community, he made a lot of connections in the scene. This is where he met an artist known as CJXO who founded the collective titled Burnout. Ninyo has been a part of the Burnout collective since 2020. After the push from Bateki, Ninyo's music was starting to hit the SoundCloud algorithm. A couple songs that were getting traction include Why Am I Okay and If My Heart Could Talk. He was paying close attention to the hashtags that seemed to be working for him on these songs. The biggest push in Ninyo's career was when a big skateboarding YouTuber known as Louis Mora used a bunch of Ninyo's songs in his YouTube videos. This boosted Ninyo's Spotify listeners by a lot, and it was brought to his attention that the songs were used in the videos by a listener. Ninyo pretty much put out all the music he's ever made right after making it because he said he likes the idea of being able to look back on his discography years later and see the growth. He said even if the quality of music wasn't up to a high standard, the music still had passion and emotion. A few artists Ninyo enjoys collaborating with aside from names mentioned earlier include Stargirl, Remghost, Forever and Always, JD's Birthday, and Arisu. Ninyo recently took a break from music for about a year but is now ready to get back into it. He took a break because he was getting sick of the music he had been making and wanted to try making something different. He didn't have a computer for a while, which played a part in the break, but now has a new computer and hard drive. He wants to get back into trying to drop a song a week again. He's a talented artist and I'm looking forward to his return. Well, that's all for this video. Big shout out to Hopeless for the edit, and please subscribe for more mini documentaries on various underground artists.